sound. Devo Jones with the pick six, Keanu O'Neal with the hard hit, getting the ball back on offense. Watch Julio Jones keep moving the sticks. Calvin Ridley in for the score. We came back, we up four, about to get in. Our victory stance, no coming back. We closing the door. A-T-L blackout. A-T-L blackout.
Welcome to the show today, baby. This your boy Jimbo Dean, aka Jimbo Slice, aka Jimmy Obama. And you can call me any one of those you want. But please do not call me no damn New Orleans Saints fan. This is Pound for Pound ATL. We are back off in your tune, baby. Thanks for the love and that live stream lad that Tuesday, man. Lord have mercy off that cheese. I ain't Pound for Pound ATL family be showing up. And boy, they be showing out. Big Mike, what is going on over there in Atlanta, big dog? We back at it one more week 4. What's up, man? Hey, let's go now.
Man. Hey, week 4, we moving forward. So we got to talk about those guys from the Cheese State. No, none other than the Packers. You know, we're paying Mr. Aaron Rodgers a visit this week. Every time we battle Green Bay, it's always an interesting storyline. I think there have been times where Green Bay has gotten the better of us, you know, in previous years, but you know, and we've gotten the better of Green Bay, you know, to that same effect. You know, I just remember back in 2012 when I thought the Falcons had a really good playoff team, Tony G, everybody, and the Packers came in town, Mike Sherman at the time, and just like, you know, just brought us down to gotten used to here in DBN Nation. But like I said, every time we play the Packers, it's always an interesting game, and you know, like I said, I think we got a lot to talk about. So.
And this is the Green Bay Packers out there, Pound ATL. Let's not get it twisted. This is a historic franchise. This is a franchise who have pride. This is a franchise that have a first-year head coach, fairly new, offensive minded. So that should tell you straight off the bat, right now, what's going into this game Monday night, what is going to happen. Straight up offense, they're going to try to outscore you, even if they can't stop you from scoring. But we still got some problems on trying to score against them. Because we got some linemen we be shuffling out. That injury report is just starting to irk me, man. It's just starting to get ridiculous how many injuries we got. That's gonna play a factor in that game Monday, no question about it. And we all know who that man is over there, Mike. You said it, Mr. Rodgers. We going into his neighborhood. That's the head of the snake. I use the word head of the snake. I use that phrase a lot. Head of the snake. I used it with Russell Wilson. I'm finna use it with Aaron Rodgers because this is just what it is. Now y'all gotta believe this. He's the head of the snake of that offense. You stop him, keep him in the pocket, contain him, don't over pursue. You give yourself a chance to win the game because we know offensive minded head coach Aaron Rodgers. They got that beast in the backfield. I'm finna start going ahead and giving him his props. But the Atlanta Falcons can shock the world, and I do believe this now. This is an Atlanta Falcons type of game. Y'all got to understand that. So, concerns with the Packers, Mike. Now, I don't know if Devontae Adams is going to play or not, but if he do, that's another weapon they got on that offensive line. I mean, on that offensive side of the ball that Aaron Rodgers can work with. Any concerns coming up out of this game for Monday night when it comes to the Packers and our Atlanta Falcons? What kind of concerns you got on your mind, big dog? Because it is some now. Let's not get it twisted.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think the Packers have the type of running back that could really wear us down as the game goes along. So that's really one major concern that I have just in terms of this game overall, right? Because I think Aaron Jones is really one of the best running backs between the tackles, you know, in the NFL. I think he may have averaged 110 yards a game last year, right? So it's not like he's sneaking up on anybody. But I think the key for us this game, as it is every game, is to not only set the tone on defense, but continue to play a 4-quarter game. Because I think we always talk about conditioning. And I think when teams are able to run the ball on us as well, we get worn down. Because, I mean, we do have smaller linebackers. Now, I think if we look at the Bears game last week, right, we take a step back, right? I did see, just due to all of the injuries, we saw, you know, I saw Leroy Reynolds, you know, who I thought made a few plays last week, right? And I look at, you know, he might be the biggest linebacker, well, outside of Michael Walker, who we'll touch on, which again, I think that, right. You know, him in the running game is just going to be more important as the weeks go on. I think we'll continue to see more out of Michael Walker because like I said, he fits the prototype of a linebacker that will have to have a good game for us. His body type, like I said, he's 6'3", 250, right? We need a guy like that, right? And I don't know if Deion Jones is hurt. I didn't see him on the injury report, but I just noticed later in the games, I don't know if even Deion Jones is getting tired. Our linebacker depth is going to be tested, and I hope Foy Oluokun can come back and help us in this game because, like I said, they got a running game that really is kind of concerning too.
And like you said, I'm glad you brought up Markel Walker. He's getting better week after week, and you love to see that out of a rookie to progress and get better week after week. Once you get a sign of that showed you that somebody that's focused, they locked in, and they want to win. And this guy's gonna get this. He's gonna continue to surprise us week after week. It's almost time for him to get a turnover. So Aaron Rodgers is sitting at what? He's 71 for 106, 887 yards and 9 touchdowns. He's 1 touchdown away from having 10 touchdowns. The man throwing the ball over the yard. Look your secondary. Come on now. Get ready for this game. You got to get ready for this game. Joe Witt Jr., you got to get them ready for this game. Now, a lot of people like to say, blitz him. No, that's not the way to beat him. Then some people will say, no, back up. Sit in coverage. Play zone. That's how you beat him. It's really ain't no one way to beat Aaron Rodgers. You just got to come into this game with some heart, some fight, and just don't get embarrassed on Monday Night Football. That's what that's how you beat Aaron Rodgers. You don't try to come up. The scheme, okay, we got scheme, but he's gonna break that scheme down. And once he break that scheme down and start the freestyle, that's when the heart come into play. That's how you beat Aaron Rodgers. Don't come in there with all that scheming and shit and thinking that it's gonna stick to it and that's the way you're gonna win. No. And then I heard somebody come out. I heard Tyler Davidson come out and say that a hard count is something that they really focusing on when it comes to Aaron Rodgers. You damn right. That's right. Because he get extra play. He get free.
That's right.
This man get free plays more than anybody in the NFL. He love it. He love to make a jump outside and get a free play. So hard count is something you do need to work on, but that ain't the only thing you need to work on. All right. Don't let that be the only thing you over there in Flowery Branch working on, because it's more coming to this plate than just working on a hard count with Aaron Rodgers. Now I seen it, and now I'm gonna jump over to our offense because I think they're clicking really good. I really do believe they're doing an outstanding year this year. They just if the defensive side of the ball just held up, hold up their end of the deal, we probably be undefeated right now. But shoulda, coulda, woulda. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Shoulda, woulda got coulda, woulda got you here. So I'm thinking that look here, let's give them a heavy dose of Brian. Let's give them a heavy dose of Hill. We got to give them a heavy dose of number 23. Let's give them a heavy dose of number 21. Ito Smith, you can get a little piece of this too. Let's control that clock and keep Aaron Rodgers off the field and Matt Ryan more on the field. And then come towards the end of the game, which we ain't did that well at this year. You give yourself a chance to win the ball game. Now, Mike, offensive side of the ball, it's an offensive lineman over there you probably got a problem with because they do got Sadar Smith over there who's moving all over. He's moving all over the Green Bay Packers offensive line. He playing up and down that thing. And I'm pretty sure they're going to put him on the weakest link on the offensive line. Who is your concern for offensive line right now when it comes to those Smith brothers down there, man?
Absolutely. I think I'm glad you brought him up. I think it's the right tackle position. The right tackle position makes me feel a little bit concerned this week from the standpoint that if we, and this is no disrespect to Matt Gano, but putting him in one-on-one situations with Khalil Mack, that was tough to watch on Matt Ryan last week. I don't think that was fair to Matt Ryan, to be honest with you. You put him one-on-one with one of the best pass rushers in the league, but you know what? It's the NFL though. You got to give him that. Hey, see if he can do it. But it didn't work out. So this is a week where we make sure that we slide the protection a little bit, the Gano side, to make sure that we can cover up that mismatch. Because I think they will try to put Smith on Gano to try to exploit those matchups. Anytime they can get him in one-on-one situations, I think that may, that could be problematic for us also. But I think one matchup too, I think while we're talking about the offense that I think where we do have a chance to exploit the Packers is I think they have Kevin King at the other cornerback, right? Right. And Kevin King's a decent corner. I mean, he's from UCLA, but he's one of those Pac-12 corners that did work out. We tend to pick Pac-12 corners who don't work out, but anyway, we're not going to talk about that, right? Mm-hmm. I do think that Calvin Ridley on Kevin King will be a matchup, with Julio being back, that we can continue to let Ridley eat, because I've been so impressed with Ridley this year. It's almost like you just want to keep him focused on whatever he's on, keep him injury free. And I think that he'll have not only a breakout year, I think that we may have to talk about paying him a little bit sooner than we thought we may have to, but we'll cross that bridge.
The sooner the better. Go ahead.
Right. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But, if I was out the blank, I would be talking in contract extensions with him now, like in the season. Like let him know how prioritized he is, because there's no doubt that Calvin Ridley is the future of the Atlanta Falcons from a receiver standpoint. You can continue, no matter who the quarterback is, coach, all of that kind of stuff. When you have a Calvin Ridley on your team, you do have a chance. That's a big play receiver. So anyway, that's kind of two things on the offense. I would say one is a concern, one is a strength. Let me ask you something. What do you see as some strengths this week, as far as the offense is concerned for the Falcons, against the Packers defense?
And I got to start with old Matty Ice himself. Matty Ice is playing like we want him to be playing. Now, count that interception at the end of the game last week. It's just something that was just silly. But he's showing me that he's locked in. That's one of our strength. And Hayden Hurst, that tight end position, you got to give it some love. I'm loving how that. But, Dirk Cutter love his tight ends either way it go. Dirk Cutter going to get his tight ends the ball. But the plays he's drawing up for Hayden Hurst and him wide open and he's just there, man. That is one of the strengths that we just got to keep going to. And with them going eventually, if they ain't doing it already, you're going to have to double Ridley here sooner or later. If you're not doing it now, you're going to have to. And this is going to let Hayden Hurst, old Double H himself, eat just a little bit more. That's one of our strengths. Now, I really want to get that run game up and rolling up in Lambeau. I really want to control the clock in this game, because the less number 12 is on the field, the better chance you give yourself of winning this ball game. You don't want him on the field more time than he need to be, because he's going to make a play. He's a playmaker. I'm going to listen to Pound Pound tell y'all understand this. This is a playmaker in the NFL, not just a quarterback. And I ain't riding this, you know what? I'm not riding him or nothing. I could care less about him because he's playing against my team. It's so what about a GreenBay Packer? I don't care. But me and Mike looking at the enemy. You got to look the enemy in the face and know the enemy in order to beat him. So I don't really care nothing about him. I'm just telling you what he is. The man is a playmaker in the NFL. I do give respect where respect is due. So keep him off the field. Keep Matty Ice on the field. Hit that tight end. Run that ball. And we got a chance to win the game. Like I put out on Twitter, man, I will not be surprised. Like I just said earlier in this show, I would not be surprised if the Atlanta Falcons came out of Green Bay with a dub. I would not be surprised, because this is what they do. They play to their competition sometimes. And if it's a really good competition, guess what? Atlanta Falcons seem to show up and show out a little bit. Okay, you can bring up other games, Super Bowl, all this stuff. You can bring that all them trolls in. You can bring all that up if you want. I don't care. But this is the type of game that the Atlanta Falcons like to win. They like to be on the spotlight sometimes. And this might just be Matt Ryan won 5 in a row. Somebody said, don't jinx it. Don't say all that. So possibility he can come out with 6 in a row. I know he ain't never been 0-2. I know he ain't never been 0-3. But still, I think Matt Ryan never can go into Lambeau and get a dub, Mike. Because at some point, my dude, you just got to get tired of losing. We don't been in football locker rooms before. And when we went in that football locker room, it was mighty fun, ain't it?
Oh, it's great. It's great.
A great time, ain't it?
The radio blasting,
all that good stuff. But when you're losing, fights breaking out, people stuff getting stole, people not showing up to their locker and cleaning it out, and roaches and everything starting to build up in there, it ain't no fun. You got to get tired of losing and looking at each other in that locker room like that. It's going to be some fights going to start to break out here sooner or later. You feel what I'm saying? So I want to get on that good note because, like I said, it's Jadar Smith, right? And they just moving him all over the line. He's just up and down that thing. He going to go at good note. And please, whatever you do right here, I meant to say Dirk Cutter, do not leave a tight end. Listen to me good. Do not leave that tight end to block Shador Smith one-on-one like you did with Khalil Mack. You fool. How smart is that's just the silliest thing I ever. You can get away with that in high school and maybe college. But no tight end ain't finna block no all pro defensive end. You can forget about that. So please do not have no tight end, 1 hour tight ends, especially like no Luke Stalker. Good God. Do not have a tight end blocking no Sadar Smith. Do you understand me? Don't do that. That's dumb, man. That's getting Matt Ryan. That's just a lookout block. Hey, Matt Ryan, look out. Because he's gonna be laying down on our quarterback if you put a tight end on one of their best defensive end and one of the best defensive end in the damn league. You stupid. Anyway, I almost got fired up, Mike. I'm gonna calm down. All right. This is a Monday night game. This is Spotlight. Everybody watching the big dog. Do you care how this game gonna end? Embarrassment, close win, hey, close win, hey, comeback loss again. What do you really care? A loss is a loss in my eyes. Give me your thoughts on that, big dog.
You know, I don't want to speak for pound, you know, for the pound for pound family, but I think we just kind of prepare for whatever, you know. Like I just want to watch the game and whatever happens, right? I think the roller coaster is. I don't think most fans want to ride the roller coaster no more. Like we already see it's a roller coaster, so
right.
It's like, do you want to ride a roller coaster today? That's the question, you know. So we'll just ride that roller coaster calmly. We ain't gonna scream or anything. And see what happens.
See what happened. Now I'm finna think what I'm finna say from if I'm a Green Bay Packer offensive coordinator and I'm preparing the game plan against the Atlanta Falcons. And I'm finna try to tell y'all what I would do to attack all defense. And Mike, you can come back to me with this answer this one. You might think it's a secondary. I really don't think they finna go after that secondary, even though Aaron Rodgers is just gonna throw the ball, period. I think they finna come after all linebackers. I think they finna see if our linebackers can cover. It's that time, Mike. Ain't it that time? It's time to see if it's harping on that. It's harping on that secondary. It's harping on that secondary. Harping on that secondary. If I'm the OC, I'm finna find out, can these linebackers cover my running backs out in space? Can they linebackers cover my tight end? Can he wall my tight end off? Can he key in on my tight end and actually stop him? I think that's what they about to do. I think they finna find out, can Mykal Walker. We know Deion Jones, so good luck with that one if you're going after him. So have fun with that there, sir. But I think they finna come at these linebackers, Mike. I think that's what they finna do. And LaFleur, come on now. LaFleur was the quarterback coach not too long ago.
He know these guys. He knows these guys. Right.
He know how to attack us. So this Monday night game, pound ATL family, y'all pay attention to these linebackers because I think Aaron Jones out of the backfield is finna. And I don't know who that tight end is. I really don't care. He can he know what he can do for me. Whatever. But how you think they finna attack that Atlanta Falcons defense, Mike? What you think it's gonna be the secondary again, or what you think?
Like I said, you in my brain with the linebackers. I think that you know, because even with Fort Olicon, right, him coming off a hamstring, you know, injury, that's tough, right? And you know, but the one thing I will say though is Grady Jarrett coming back helps the defensive line. With him on the field, we always a better team. I think that we weren't able to get pressure up the middle on Nick Foles once Grady Jarrett went out the game too. So that allowed him that extra time in the pocket to just pick us apart. So having Grady Jarrett back will help. As long as he's on the field, like I said, we will get that pressure. Now, I think that if there's one area that can be exploited, it's actually probably our lack of pass rush right now, because you got Dante Fowler hurt. You know, you got Tack hurt. Charles Harris got a sack the last game, but I think it's a lot to ask for him to get you a sack every game, right? So I really hope that we can find creative ways to get to Aaron Rodgers when we do blitz, because you got to hit Aaron Rodgers. If you don't touch Aaron Rodgers, it's like not touching Tom Brady. You know, it's almost like playing a game against LeBron and you don't touch him the whole game. He will hit you for 60 points easy. Exactly. So like I said, we got to find creative ways to hit Aaron Rodgers. So I am a little bit concerned with the health of our pass rush right now. So yeah, that's definitely one area.
So with that area, you want to blitz more or you want to sit back? What you want to do? Because you know Dan Quinn know that zone.
You gotta see, here's the thing. Us playing zone will help, but I think it'll be a game that we're used to watching, which is third down. They convert in 3rd and 6 just because we play some of the worst soft zone in the league.
Yeah,
you know,
we do.
Just like point blank, right? So, and when we go to man, that's really when we start to get exploited, right? So, my thing is you do have to hit Aaron Rodgers. You do have to. I think a couple blitzes with Deion Jones, or finding ways to get Michael Walker off the outside, or just creative ways. Because I don't think I don't think we can ask a lot of Allen Bailey to get you some sacks. Stephen Maines, like I said, I think he's played respectable, but I don't see Stephen Means going out there and dominating and getting to Aaron Rodgers like that, right? So, we just gotta find our bets, man. I don't know. Is Ricardo Allen gonna play, or is he still out?
They ain't putting that injury report out until the day
See,
after we get to Friday, Saturday. So we really not getting that injury report. So, hey, look, injury is just gonna be that's just a part of the game, but that's gonna be really forefront in my eyes with this game. And also, these linebackers got to come ready to play this game. This is the game for the linebackers. I'm telling you now. Listen to me over there. If y'all watching pound for pound ATL linebackers, please get ready. Cause they finna come at y'all. I can feel it. I ain't in that game plan, but I can feel it. Now you got Aaron Jones, that boy in the backfield. Good God Almighty, he is a good one. He's underrated. Got to stop him. He got 50 carries, 303 yards, and 4 touchdowns already. Stop it. Don't let him have a monster game. So they know if they run the ball, we're gonna be able to stop him on running the game, especially if Grady Jarrett in the game. So I see him coming out, receiving out of the backfield a whole lot this game, man. Watch what I tell you. Linebackers, get yourself ready because this is gonna be a game where your covering skills is gonna be put to test. I just know it. And LaFleur, like you said, man, that's one advantage he do have. He know Dan Quinn, what he like to do. Faced him all the time at practice when it came to just practicing. He know his tendencies. It's going to be on and popping.
Right.
Now I want to jump on into Sheffield. So Sheffield, pretty much, I ain't gonna say he's my savior. I'm not gonna say he's my savior because you coming off an injury. You're not gonna be all the way full go. You just not. So even though we are so happy that Sheffield got a lot of DBN, the Pound ATL family, Sheffield. Okay. But he still got to get up the game speed, man, coming off that injury. And you think the Green Bay Packers don't know that? It's hard for a secondary guy to come off an injury and just be day one just ready to go. It's just that's not how it happened in the secondary. You can do that at D lineman and offensive lineman and stuff, but you can't do that in that secondary. He gonna have to get up to speed. Now, whether we got Ricardo Allen or not, that secondary is still problematic. It's still a problematic area for us, and they're gonna attack our linebackers. Don't miss tackles, man. God, man, I said this. Gotta say this. Tackling. Okay, you don't got 3 games out of the way. That felt like a preseason game. But you gotta make tackles, Isaiah Oliver, Bleeder Ray. Y'all gotta tackle people when y'all have them right there. Lock up. Y'all gotta grab onto something. Tackling is gonna be key in this game. But I do see the Atlanta Falcons coming out and just going hard. And not they're gonna have to stay aggressive towards the end of the game simply because what don't happen to us the past 2 weeks. Yeah, ain't got no choice, Mike.
but I think one thing too, though. I think as we do touch on the secondary, I think let's just hope Jordan Miller comes back ready to play. We got Jordan Miller back too. So,
but that's another one. That's another one in the secondary, Mike. It's coming off an injury in the secondary. It's a little tough. Go ahead.
But actually, Jordan Miller not coming off injury. He had to serve that suspension.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. My bad. So I'm sorry.
No. It's good though. We getting a fresh body though, right? So if we getting a fresh body, cornerback, look, we just throw him out there. Let's see what he does. Like it's Aaron Rodgers, but if you put pressure on Aaron Rodgers, I still think you got to hit Aaron Rodgers.
You got to get him to the ground,
or we got to take advantage of something magical that's gonna happen to us. Because Green Bay without any fans means we got a shot. We ain't got to deal with the Lambeau crazies, the cheeseheads, none of that kind of stuff, right? So let's just ultimately, I think this is a game where the leaders have to set the tone for the mindset of the team. Anything, I think, like I said, if we lose more than 14 points, if we lose by 21, this may be I don't know. I don't even really want to touch on when the last of Dan Quinn might be, right? But,
you almost said it though. You almost gave
it. I almost went there. So yeah, but I think it's just important for us to just come out and play smart football, man. Like I said, we're gonna stay objective. get a fans day analysis.
Right.
You know, secondary wise, it's a little bit concerning, but it's concerning every week. You know, but
It is.
we just don't. You know, like I said, I think we just have to. We really just have to play smart football. Joe Witt Jr., I'm not sure if he can give them any insight on any additional insight on Aaron Rodgers because he was the secondary coach for the Packers at one point in time. But
good point.
I mean,
that's a good
it's
point.
but it's one of those things where like there's something about Aaron Rodgers, man, that we gotta be able to find a way to exploit, man. And he's human. Like I said, if you hit him, he's human. But if you give him a chance to sit back and pick apart defenses, like I said, we're gonna have to play him even tougher than we played Russell Wilson, and that's saying a lot, man, because Russell Wilson brought us up pretty good.
And I'm gonna tell you something. Like I just said, it's all about heart. This game is nothing but heart. I'm gonna tell you something. Atlanta Falcon player, take them X's and O's and all that, throw it out the window. You got to come with some heart, man. It's time to play with some heart, brother. It's time to be a dog. It's time to go out there with I don't care mind frame and start punching and fighting and scratching. And take the messages over and you can shove it up your ass. That's it. Come out here and let's fight. Let's show some heart. Y'all ain't showing no heart, man. Y'all scared. That's one thing about this game, Mike. You cannot be scared. If you a scary cat, like my little niece like to say, a scary cat, Uncle Jimmy. If you scary, this is the wrong game for you. Go play go play racquetball or tennis ball. And it don't matter if you're scared or not in that one, unless you run into Serena Williams because she ain't scared. But this ain't the game. You show some heart, man. Be a dog. Go.
That's right.
Do something stupid, man. Y'all gotta show some heart. That's the only way this season is gonna turn around. Bring your heart up out of yourself and play with some pride, like Mike said, and play smart. Hard, fast, and play smart. That fast and physical shit, he need to add heart to that. Fast, physical, and heart. Play with some heart. If you ain't got no heart, man, I don't know what to tell you. This is the game that's finna show if you got some heart or not, because Aaron Rodgers got heart. He finna expose it. All right. So take the X's and O's, move them to the side a little bit, Dan Quinn. Try to pull some heart out of your players. Just try to snatch it up out of them. And move them X's and O's to the side a little bit. Come up with a game plan, but then at the end of the day, tell them, boy, look here, man, it's time to be a man. It's time to grow up. It's time to be somebody. You want to be somebody. You want to go somewhere. The Monday night is the night. You're going to have half of the world watching you. I ain't got time to go to work and on work Tuesday and people saying what happened again. I'm sick of that. That's done. The only way you're going to beat Aaron Rodgers, you're going to have to play with some heart off up in Lambeau. And if you don't, it's going to be a long night. It's going to be a long night. It ain't going to be no Thursday night slop. It's going to be some Monday night mayhem. And Aaron Rodgers' name is going to be written all over that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever kind of heart you got, whatever kind of blood you got pumping through your veins over there at Flowery Branch over there with them shoulder pads and helmet on, whatever you got going on, you need to pull it out. Now, if you got Kool-Aid in your blood with extra sugar, I'm sorry. You finna have a long Monday night, finna be a long night for you, that brother. You're gonna wake up Tuesday with an ass whipping hangover. It is what it is. You just gonna have to grow up. It's time to be a grown man, time to be grown up, Mike. That is what it is. It ain't no more X's and O's. We don't gave what we don't gave as much as we can give. We can give, big dog. Ain't no baby sitting around here. These guys got to step up and be a man and play. Because if you don't play with no hard, Aaron Rodgers is gonna soak you up. He gonna slop you up real good. You understand me? Now I want to get on to this day secondary, Alexander, and I like that guy. The guy's a good corner coming out a little bit. I thought he was a special talent. I thought we would have had a chance to get him. I wanted him. Who we gonna stick on here, man? And now Julio is not 100%. He came out and said that, and he ain't been on the field. But Julio say, "I got a professional mind frame. See, he got heart. He a dog. He don't need to be on the field to play on Sunday. He don't got to do nothing all Monday through Friday, Saturday, and be ready to go Sunday, Monday night. He got even an extra day of help." Now that kid over there, Arizona, is a great defensive back, Mike. Who we gonna sick on him? Really? I think really gonna eat him, but that might not be really on him. What we gonna get him? What we gonna get him with?
Now, to be honest with you, I think this is a good game for Christian Blake. To be honest with you, Christian Blake, I like Christian Blake because if you look at him, like I said, you always bring up Christian Blake and the way he had Marshawn Lattimore flustered last year. I think that, to be honest with you, because of Gage's growth, you got to keep him on the field. But I think the drop off between Gage and Christian Blake is not as much as people think. So I think, as much as we talk about Ridley, because they're gonna be creating bracket coverages for Ridley. Because he's just going off. And I mean, he could go off on any play. He could take it 80 yards any play, right? So I think they'll start bracketing Ridley. I think having Julio at less than whatever percent, just having him on the field will require a certain level of respect. So the one-on-ones will go to Christian Blake. The one-on-ones will go to Zacchaeus. Those guys, right?
Right.
And I also look for another guy that we don't talk about a lot. I look for them to continue to find ways to utilize Brandon Powell too. Now, right. I thought that Mighty Mouse would have taken Brandon Powell's spot at the receiver position by now, but it seems like Brandon Powell is the guy that we're sticking with, right? So Brandon Powell, I believe he had 100 yards on the Packers the last time we played. That was somebody that they did not account for, right? So I don't think that I'm not sure that Brandon Powell will do that again this week. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is look for a guy that we haven't really talked about to beat them in ways that they hadn't expected. Because if Dirk Cutter said he has about 500 plays and they boil them down to 100 plays, utilize these formations that they're comfortable with just to exploit mismatches. Because I think, Alexander, great cornerback, but Kevin King, those guys, they can be had. Nickelback, they can be had. You know what I mean? So, like I said, we just got to exploit those kind of mismatches, man. Like, to have a chance.
And that I hope he got 499 plays now, because that one play where he had a tight end blocking Khalil Mack, I hope he took that play and he threw it in the trash can. You got the trash can with your mic? You got the trash can with your day? Let me see it. Okay, Dirk Cutter put that play where you got a tight end one-on-one with the all-pro defensive end. You take that one and you throw it in the trash compactor ASAP, please. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, big dog. Time to get into these closing thoughts, man. And I'm just finna start it off because I'm shooting straight to the top. I'm shooting straight to the top because I'm baptized. I'm going straight at the GM, Thomas Dimitroff. All right. Y'all saying, Jimmy, get him. Get him, Jimmy. Get him. No, I ain't getting him like that. Because actually, the guy on Twitter, I was talking to somebody on Twitter today. The guy actually haven't did a bad job. Whenever you hear this, and we've been hearing this season after season, man, we sure got a lot of talent, but we sure can't win. Once you hear that word talent, as soon as you hear that, we got a lot of talent. As soon as you hear that, your GM has did his job. As soon as you hear we got a lot of talent, but we can't win, the GM has did his job. Okay? It's up to the coaches and that staff to develop and make that talent better and work for their system. Once that don't happen, then it's up to Thomas Dimitroff to fire that coach. Because it's basically just saying, hey, look, man, I done gave you all these great tools to run this business, but you still doing a poorly job, right? Now, if I gave you shitty tools to run my business and you do a poor job, shame on me. But if I give you the tools you need to be successful at what you're doing and you still do a shitty job, that's you. You got to go. That's his only knock on Thomas Dimitroff. He hold on to these coaches just a little bit too long with the relationship he done built with them. But far as finding talent and putting talent on the field, for the coaches to put talent on the field, he has done his job. That Super Bowl year was insane. Grady Jarrett, 5th round. I'm talking about, boy, Brian Poole, one of the, seen him on Monday Night Football. Interception. Top 2 nickel corner in the league. Found him, undrafted free agent. Thomas Dimitroff doing his job. But if these coaches just cannot convert that talent to the field. Unfortunately, when a coach go, GM got to go. And the only reason why Thomas Dimitroff, because he don't put himself in this position to get shot out the door, because he should have been shot Dan Quinn out of the door after the Super Bowl when you gave him all that talent in that draft to take you to put you over the edge into the Super Bowl and you do it. That's when Thomas Dimitroff should have pulled that trigger in. But he waited. Now it's coming back on top of his head. And we still saying it to the day, Mike. We got all this talent, but we can't win.
That's right.
Once you hear that word talent, GM done did his job. It's the coaches that's kicking him in the ass now. And now he might have to get on that boat and sail down that old dreadful fire river with him. It is what it is. That's my closing thought, Big Mike. What you got coming for me, big dog?
Man, I love it. 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 I agree. And I think, my closing thoughts are it's two people, right? And it's Jeff Obert and it's Raheem Morris. Like defense. You know who you got at quarterback, right? The schedule is the schedule. We really don't need to see a quarterback as good as Aaron Rodgers right now, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
You gotta utilize the talent that you have, whether they're healthy or not, and put these guys in a position to affect Aaron Rodgers mentally and physically. I go back to what you said week one. We affected Russell Wilson mentally. We didn't affect him. Excuse me. We affected him physically. We didn't affect him mentally. That's the biggest thing, man. Like, we have to be able to affect Aaron Rodgers in both aspects of the game. We got to be able to set the tone on the running game. It's up to you to put a defense, at least get us from 31st to 29th, at least,
Oh, boy.
Like we was talking top 10 defense. Man, we was wrong. Straight up wrong. We spent 4 or 5 months basically hyping up what the Falcons were able to do in the second half of the season, right? And obviously we see that, we fell short on that, right? So Jeff Albert, Raheem Morris, I know, Jeff Albert might do the first 2 plays and Raheem Morris does the third play or they'll switch up, but it doesn't matter if it's 31st. You know what I mean? If 31st means that both of y'all together are worth the last defense in the league. Like, we got to be better than that, right?
Yeah.
This is a week that if the defense can just make a few plays that we don't expect them to make, that's the Falcons we got used to the last couple of years. Oh, look at the defense overachieving, right? We just need a game where we count the defense out, the defense overachieves, we come out of Lambeau with a win. To Jimbo's point, I think we have a chance to win the game if we can make some plays that Aaron Rodgers is under duress, Deion Jones gets a pick, or KC gets a pick, because like I said, KC 8 interceptions. He's intercepted some good cornerbacks. With the secondary that we got on the field, they are all capable. Jordan Miller, just somebody. We need somebody to make a play. We need Jordan Miller to get tested his first game back and come out and show himself to be somebody maybe we can build around in the secondary. We just need something in the secondary.
We
right?
said something, anything.
If we got something, man, like I said, we are a team that should be 3-0, right? So instead of being negative and talking about what we can't do, ultimately all we need to do is affect Aaron Rodgers, make some plays that people don't expect us to make. And just, like I said, hope we come out of that with a dub. But again, if we lose by 14 or more, it could turn into WWE. It could turn into Monday Night Raw instead of Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
And we don't want it to be Monday Night Raw. Damn right, it could get raw for you.
Straight up Monday Night Raw, big dog. Hey, man, this is Pound for Pound ATL, big dog. Another show. We are doing it Saturday morning here. Y'all, hey, stay tuned. We ain't going nowhere like we always say. You can catch me on Twitter at Jimmy Obama. That's at Jimmy Obama. You can catch him on Twitter at Mike Dub. That's MIKE_DUB. Shout out to old JR. What's happening, big dog? Hey, we love it, man. Y'all stay tuned. Rise up. And let's hope these Falcons can come out of Lambeau with a dub. They just might. See y'all next week, man. Adios.
Peace.